Howdy there, folks. How are y'all doing? My name is Reese, and I think that we need to build a fuel loader, which means we're going to need more compressed steel, compressed aluminum, basic wafers, tin, all of this nonsense, which basically comes down to me coming over here and doing this right at the top of the episode, and that should be good to go. I'm actually not sure what else we're going to need besides the fuel loader. Oxygen sealer, refinery? Presumably this is how we turn oil into fuel, so we'll probably need to build one of these as well. That actually looks pretty straightforward. The copper canister, I think we can build one of those right now. If you're desperate for a sense of, oh look, we're getting things done, and oh look, we're getting somewhere. We're off to something good here. We're going to make it after all. Then I've got good news for you, because today is the day that all of this happens, okay? I mean, I'm not saying we're going to the moon today. Let's not get carried away. That would be absolutely nutty to claim such a ridiculous thing. We're not going to the moon today, okay? Don't get excited. Don't get this twisted. This rap stuff is mine, okay? And it's not a game. Oil refinery. I guess we should go ahead and, since that looked like the simpler thing, let's do that. So we're going to look up refinery. Now, we do have the BC factory one, but I want to steer as far away from BC factory as I can. I don't want to interact with this or acknowledge that it exists in any meaningful way. So we're going to go with the Galacticraft Core refinery. So stone, compressed steel, a furnace, copper canisters. Now, I would stand to wager that there are furnaces around here, and I'd be correct. And then we've already got all of that, and then a little bit of stone can be procured over here. And if it feels like we just jumped right into this episode, that's because I was drinking an energy drink, and then I went to the bathroom, and then I sat down, and everything was already open and ready to go, and I said, well, let's just do it. And I just started going. I just hit record, and I started talking. Didn't even take a breather, didn't even take a moment to be like, all right, wait, what? No, we're straight into this. So we've got our refinery here. I wonder, let's place it down so I can look inside of it. So it looks like we can, refinery oil input, and then probably our output over here. That's great. So what that means is that we can just set this up probably up top here, and we can finally have all these machines capped off, right? Because we'll have the row on the bottom and the row on the top. I don't think we need to refine oil. I basically, I want to avoid, as much as I can, having power at the other location. You know what I mean? So there looks like an input here, but I'm not sure if that's for power or what's going on there. Let's take a look at what we got over here. We should have some regular old conduits, right? Some leadstone energy conduits. If we... Whoa, I got so turned around there, I don't know what happened. I've got no idea. If we plug that in, though, that is not the direction for power. So this one's clearly different, and I think that the idea with it is you pump oil into one side and you pump fuel out the other. I don't think you're supposed to use buckets. We should set this up over by the rocket and do all of our refining over there, but I want to avoid having to set up power over there, you know, if I can. I don't want to do that. So if I can just do it all in here, that'd be swell. How about now? We getting power? No power. How about now? We getting power? No power. How about now? We getting power? No power. How about now? We getting power? How do you power this machine? Is this a puzzle? Is this part of the game? You got to figure out how this thing works. I bet you it's on the bottom. If we can track the darn thing down, since it's just run off on us. I'll tell you what the easiest thing to do would be, probably, if I'd assume, is to just pop that there. We'll get this piece. There we go. I didn't realize that I didn't cobblestone the ceiling in this room. I cobblestoned all the walls and I neglected the ceiling. That's a shame. Can I just put this back here then, if it's going to be a hassle? Really? How do you power it? Is it on the top? What's that red thing on the top? I bet you that's what it is. What? How? How do you energize it then? I've plugged power into every conceivable side of this thing. We got to go get oil. So let's remain calm. Maybe that's the secret. Maybe it won't do anything until it has been supplied with oil. So we'll take our... Oh, can we put oil in tin? Let's just type in oil, and we'll see what we see oil in. I see oil in a bucket, and that's about it. Oh, there's also an oil drum from Extra Utilities. I wonder if building an oil drum means that it will maintain the oil. It might be worth finding out, so we just need a whole bunch of iron for that. And we're not hurting for iron at the moment. We will be soon, though. All right. Oop, that was not me holding down the space. Or not the, no, the shift. There we go. It's one of those. One of these? Two of these. And then just a bunch of iron. Oil drum. And it says it'll hold a bunch of oil, so that's nice. Toss that back in there. Toss those bad boys back in there. We'll be back. We already know where we're going to go. There's a place that we've been looking at since the very beginning of this series. We've been talking about it. We've been dreaming about it. And today we're going to find out about it. So let's take our oil drum. And we'll plop this bad boy down right here. Uh-oh. What? Oh, that's not good. Why? Why? Okay, that's fine. We'll leave it there. We'll come up here and we'll grab some oil. Coming back down. We know where it's at. It's right here. So if I right-click on it, it's got oil in it. And then if I break it, no, does it maintain that oil? Yeah. But also, it is invisible. Okay, then. No, this checks out. No, none of this is a surprise to me. I was expecting this. Not really. I wish I could say I was. I wish I could say I was mentally prepared for dealing with an invisible oil drum, but I am not. I was not prepared for this. They don't train you for this at astronaut school, where I went to learn how to do building a rocket. I think that's engineering. I don't think that's necessarily something the astronauts do. I don't remember Neil Armstrong ever talking about, you know, like, oh yeah, and then they took us around back and they showed us, they had a little model kit out and they said, okay, put together your rocket. So me and Buzz and Michael, we put, Michael Collins, by the way. Is that his name? See, I'm not even sure. I'm pretty sure it's Michael Collins. He's the one who didn't walk on the moon, bless him. He had to stay up in the little orbiter doodad, which sucks for him. Is this infinite? No, it's not. Oh, what a shame. This whole process would be made a lot easier if I had more than one... if I had more than one bucket. We'd be getting along so much more quickly. But what can you do? You know? It's fine. We're getting by. If you're wondering why I'm not collecting it out of the ground beneath me, I'm worried it's going to create a mess of like oil pools that, you know, never replenish because it's not water and the physics are weird. And it's going to, like, freak out and ruin my game in some strange way. Although, surprisingly, it does splash around a lot like water. But I don't think you can make an infinite pool of it, unfortunately. That sucks. I do appreciate that that's still a thing in Minecraft, though. Right? At no point did Notch ever say, you know, it's a bit strange. You can't make infinite lava, but you can make infinite water. Maybe I should do something about that. You know, like the community as a whole just said, nah, it's a hassle. No. I remember discovering that for the first time, that you couldn't make infinite lava. It shocked me, and I was very bummed about it. Because I'd created an infinite water pool. This is my first Minecraft world. And I was like, all right, lava time. And I had two things of lava, and I plopped them together. I was like, maybe I did it wrong? It's not creating it. What's going on around here? I couldn't figure it out. What the is going on around here? It's not just my favorite line. It's my favorite delivery in the entirety of Until Dawn is when the character, what is it, Mike? He's in the ward and he's watching a video of a guy transforming and he's like, what the is going on around here? And it's just, the line itself isn't very funny, but the way he delivers it is the best thing I've ever heard. Also, there's an oil drum, and it's visible. What and why? Okay, oil? Oil goes in. Status ready. Unknown error. No energy. Okay, you. What is your story? What do I not understand about you that I need to learn? I'm ready to learn. Ah. Oh, look, now the wrench isn't working on it for no conceivable reason. Oh, that, what? How? That doesn't work over here. Oh, okay. This was working earlier. I could right-click on it to rotate it. Now I can't. How do you power this darn thing up? I feel like I probably had this issue before. I have now checked a dozen different wikis, and none of them seem to know the answer to this predicament either. Maybe you can't... What? Oh, hold on. Status... 0.8 kilowatts. No oil. But there's no power. See, there's none. Is this how much what? Do it again. Put some more fuel in. No. I'll put some more fuel in there. If that's what you want me to do, I'll put in some more fuel. There you go. Put in some more fuel. There we go. Refine it. What do you mean unknown? What's the unknown error? What is the power? There's no power? This doesn't make any sense to me because other machines from this mod plug right in and power right up. So there's no reason this one shouldn't. But it doesn't. It just doesn't at all. Oh, now it's rotating around. Now it's going to rotate just fine for me. And it's going to work just okay. But only in those two directions. What happens? Can I flip it around this way? Why? Why are you like this? I can't understand you. There's no rhyme or reason for the way that you're behaving right now. You're such a dumb machine and I hate you. Refinery is a key. Spaceship, refinery, oil to fuel, oil, rocket fuel. Provide MJ? MJ? Why MJ? What? Why specifically? I cannot fathom. This mod pack sucks. I really believe that too. I think this mod pack sucks. It's terrible and I hate it. I instituted a rule on the channel a long time ago that we don't go back. You know, I was like, once we do a 1.10 series, we don't do mod packs that are older than that. You know, we always move forward. You never go back because they're never as good as you remember it. You get used to the new stuff. And you forget that the old stuff kind of sucks. And this is what I'm talking about right here, folks. This is what I'm talking about. It's this sort of stuff. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do we really need 9? I don't feel like we really need 9. I feel like we can get rid of this one. We can take all of this equipment with us. And we can also take this. And actually, although now that I think about it, I guess I could have just plugged this in down there and saw if it worked. But I needed to come back over here and top all these off anyway. I mean, still, even 8 might be a bit much. It's a vanity project to get all the marble. But, you know, just because it's not essential doesn't mean I don't want to do it. Because I still want to do it. And so far, no marble. Or, what was the other thing we wanted to get? Oh, we were hoping it would dig up a chest, and that chest would just so happen to contain melon seeds. That hasn't happened yet either. Going back to the room of shame, we're putting this stupid thing down, and then we're going to put this stupid thing on top of it, and then we're going to put some coal in this stupid thing. We're going to put a stupid power level on top of the stupid thing and turn it on. It still doesn't... Oh. Alright, fine. Whatever. I don't care. Alright, let's see what we can do here. So we know that there are fluid ducts, and we know that we can build them with relative ease. We've got a couple of options. We can make an opaque one. That's fine by me. So copper and lead. That prevents us from having to go through the effort of building a hardened glass. Because I just, honestly, right now, I can't be bothered. Cannot be bothered. So let's go ahead and make one of these bad boys. And we're probably going to need a servo for this to work if I want it to be automatic. But the plan was to just plop that on there like that. And then, like, it's gonna put some oil in there. Yeah, it's got a small amount of oil. You're going to pump oil that way. And, yeah, it's not doing it. So I think what we might have to do is throw on a servo. And that might be the ticket. Fortunately, glass, redstone, and iron are all pretty base materials, and I got the recipe backwards, real backwards. Turns out what I actually need is 2 glass and only 1 redstone, and I got those 2. And well, that's not a desiant. What? What was that word? A desiant. It wasn't a giant disaster is what I was going for. I don't even know what that means. Okay, so now we can right-click and tell it to ignore, and it should just come on and start pumping that fluid. Let's go. Fluid filter. What are you doing? The redstone control tab configures how this device reacts to redstone signals. Ignore them. Just start pumping fuel. You can't, can you? This drum has a small amount of oil. Is it not? Maybe it has to be above it. Hold on, let's just try that. Just pop that up there. And we will, once more, the Sith will rule the galaxy. No, really? Am I asking for too much with this? Am I asking for too much that the oil drum with the servo-controlled duct just starts flowing? Redstone control tab configures how this device reacts to redstone signals. Set the filtering for use with this. So it's set to a black list. Set it to a white list so we can configure it for oil. I don't care one way or the other. I just want you to start... Oh, fluid oil. Oh, so there's oil in here. It's just not going into here. Well, why the heck not? Can I rotate? Oh, look, once again, the rotation function has been broken. Love to see that. Don't we all just love to see that? No oil. Okay. Can we flip it around then? What if I break it and we kind of place it down where it's facing the other direction? How about now? Thank the heavens we are getting our oil. Okay, so that's going to fill up. I'm going to have to maybe build another oil drum and go fill it up manually. We could build a pump. We could. I don't know why I said it like a question. We could just... Oh, wait, we can take this with us. It's just a regular drum. It doesn't even have to be an oil drum. It's just a regular drum. So, presumably, we can do that again. We could come over here and we could create a couple of these and one of these and then put it all together like this and just make another drum. And then potentially we just plop that down right here. And when we hit refine and we supply power like that. Okay, it's refining. Yeah. That's what we want to see. And then it's just immediately out of power. Power's not coming back. We've got a little bit of fuel, though. Why? What's happening? We gave it power. Do I got to turn this off and then turn it back on? What's happening? Wait a minute. I mean, we shouldn't have to. But if we have to... okay, lead, copper, redstone. What else goes into one of these bad boys? Sulfur. Well, we've got a lot of that by accident. Boom. Okay, and then... pick it back up. Throw that up here to charge it. Oh, wow. It holds quite a bit of power, doesn't it? And it charges up very slowly. Activate to charge held items. Must remain in hotbar. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, well, we'll let that charge up. And then what are my other options with it? I can turn it into a hardened one. Well, let's make sure it works first. It might be cool to carry this around with us, though, in case we're ever stranded and we need to quickly charge up our redstone jetpack or one of our tools. That'd be a real boon to manual mining, and I wish I'd built one a long time ago when we first built the flux-infused pickaxe. That would have been a good idea, but we didn't, and there's no turning back now, because mistakes were made, and there's nothing we can do about it. I'm just waiting for this bad boy to get charged. I'm excited. I think we're onto something here. Maybe. We got it. Okay. Here we go, everyone. Back around. Into here. Battery? Okay. I did see that there was a... we got to go back to page 1, because this is oddly bugged. There is a battery from Galacticraft. It holds 5 MJ, which doesn't correspond to literally anything presented here on the screen. But at this point, what more can we do? I know I had the wooden kinesis pipe and the kinesis. I understand, right? Like, it makes sense I should have used those. But I hooked it up directly and it seemed to work for a second. So I cannot fathom why it would seem to work for a second and then just not work at all immediately afterward, right? Like, that's the part that's getting me about this. Why did it stop? It should not have stopped. All right, so we got our battery here. Oh, of course. Okay, all right. Well, how do you charge it? Coal generator. Oh. Oh, maybe we're supposed to use the Galacticraft power. I mean, we haven't had to up until this point, but we're kind of at a loss right now, and I see no reason not to at least give that a shot, because nothing else we're doing is working. So why not, you know? Bit of copper, bit of iron, furnace, aluminum. Honestly, this thing is built out of parts that we would not notice if they went missing, so why not? Plop it down there, throw some coal in there. Nothing yet, but look at this, though. Hull heat, that's probably good. Maybe when it reaches 100%, that's when we start to get somewhere. Is it going to output to down here? Am I supposed to... Oh, here we go. Generating power. Okay. I don't know if you can feel my disappointment, but I can. I can feel it. So there's only one hole here, and that's that one there. So I'm just gonna say that's probably what we do, right? It's not even. Let's do that. Okay, well, it's not even. Let's do that. So it's gonna heat up. I'm looking at this coal generator from Galacticraft. I don't even see where you'd put the Galacticraft battery. How do you charge this? Can you charge this? Why does the hull have to heat up? There goes the second piece of coal already. That's generating watts. It's not going into here, though. What do you mean you're ready? What do you mean ready? How long have you been ready? Do I have to let it charge up first? What's happening? What? I don't get it. I don't understand. See, now it's refining. Is it going to maintain the charge? It looks like it might. Well, let's not leave that much fuel in there. That's a bit ridiculous. Okay, I'm going to go. I'm going to take my oil drums with me. I'm going to go get some more oil. So we've got multiple buckets now, so we can sort of poke around here and collect at our leisure. Pop back up here and fill this bad boy up. This is the end of an era, right? Like, that's undeniable. With every right click, this massive structure of oil becomes a little bit weaker, a little bit shorter, a little bit less consistent. And someday, future generations will look at this and they'll think, well, was it ever really real in the first place? What are these legends of this ancient oil patch that we used to have here that put us on the map? Hi there, you. Yeah, why don't you leave me alone? There's not enough room in this oil patch for the two of us. Okay, I think I've got enough now. I've got quite a bit, and things are starting to get weird down there. Oil's flowing in all kinds of different directions. I can't quite keep up with sort of the machinations of the flows of what's happening. So let's go back inside. All right, so we'll plop that down right there, and that's more than enough fuel for our needs. So we're gonna hit refine, and nothing's gonna happen. We're gonna reset it to ready. We're gonna put some coal in there. We'll deal with this in a second. Let me go create something real fast. Is this a recipe? Yeah, it's a recipe. Pneumatic servo. I don't know if you have to pipe into the top of this, but part of me feels like we're probably going to have to pipe into the top of this. So we'll go ahead and clear this out. And we got to keep up our thematic setup here. So let's make sure it's all gross-looking cobblestone. All the way around. No nice stone to be seen. Plop that there. Grab ourselves fluid duct. Yeah, we've got some. And charger up. Pneumatic servo has been installed. I want to set it to... Oh, good. It's already set to disabled. So if we look at it while holding the wrench, it should tell us whether or not it's got anything in it. And apparently it doesn't. Go. So it's refining now, and it's running out of power very quickly because I guess it already ran out of fuel, which is fantastic. But we do have... Oh, yeah, look at that. Fuel drum. Good. Hold on a second. Let me do this. Check this out. This is going to be... Oh, this is going to be peak styling. There we go. Alright, so we should now be able to fill this back up. This thing seems to it consumes a concerning amount of fuel. I guess we'll just leave it plugged in, because we're going to need a lot of power, because we've got a lot of oil to work with here. And we hit refine now, and hopefully... Does this number just go up? Does it go up indefinitely? Because this is certainly starting to slow down. Oh, it's stalled. No? It stalled last time. The kilowatts, and then we've got our voltage. Okay, yeah, so this consumes 8 kilowatts at 120 volts. So once this goes up, yeah, see, now we're at a point where we're producing power more quickly than we're consuming it. Nice. And there's no fuel in there because this should have fuel going through it. It does sometimes pop in the corners. Maybe it does depend on what you're holding. I thought for sure the crescent hammer would do it. But this is definitely filling up. It has a small amount of fuel. Over a quarter foot of oil. A quarter full of oil. Ah, we've got fuel. And I don't know how long this episode's gone on for, but I can't go on for much longer. I feel like this is probably going to end up being a shorter one, and possibly you can make the argument that less was done than in previous episodes, but sometimes that's just how life be. I've made a lot of crap that I now need to sort through and sort of reorganize, and I guess when we come back next time, we'll be putting fuel into the rocket with a fuel loader. If I can figure that out, that's probably going to need to have power. And we're probably going to have some sort of... I guess we can hopefully use regular liquid ducts, but we're going to have to figure out how to configure this stupid thing. So I got to make some more compressed steel. Till then, thank you folks for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you later. Bye!